What you are looking at now in front of you is a list of all the members of Parliament who signed a letter back in November 2020. And this letter was given to lefty woke lawyers who used it to present to the authorities in order to stop the deportation of around 23 serious criminals back to Jamaica. And one of those men on that flight, he went on to murder a man on British soil mere months later. Now, it's my opinion, because of this, each and every one of those signatories has blood on their hands. The blood of that man murdered by a foreign criminal whom they all helped to allow roam the streets of Britain so he can do what he did because of his human rights. And it should be of no surprise to you that amongst the signatories of this letter are Diane Abbott, Jeremy Corbyn and Dawn Butler. Now, the murderer, one Ernesto Elliott, he was due to be aboard a Home Office charter flight in December 2020, and then just 6 months later he murdered a 35-year-old man in a horrific knife fight in the middle of a street, and people watching it were traumatized because this guy had a huge machete and he was hacking away at another man. Now, Ernesto Elliott, he was tried at the Old Bailey last month and was subsequently sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 26 years and a concurrent sentence of 12 years for robbery. That's concurrent, so that 12 years isn't on top. That will run along with his sentence. Now, keeping him alive, fed, watered, with a roof on his head, and keeping the British public safe in prison is going to cost the British taxpayer around £1.3 million. £1.3 million that can go to better causes. If only the MPs hadn't signed that letter, if only that letter hadn't gone to the woke lefty lawyers, if only the lawyers hadn't used that to fight the Jamaican criminals case to keep them here in the UK because of their human rights. If only that plane was allowed to leave, and then a man would not have been murdered with a machete on a British street, and innocent British onlookers wouldn't have seen it, saving them from being traumatised. I blame all the MPs, the signatories on this list, and it didn't just contain MPs. There was another letter, and that was signed by various celebrities, the usual lot. Now, these people have scant regard for the safety of innocent people here in the UK. They are far more concerned about the human rights of criminals and nasty, horrible people who really shouldn't be in this country if this is how they are going to behave. And I very much resent the fact that my taxpayers' money is going to be used to keep this man fed and watered with a roof on his head when he should be flown away to Jamaica whence he came, so his own country, his own authorities can deal with him there. After all, he is Jamaican. He is Jamaica's problem. The same as Jemima Begum, the lefties will tell you. She is British, they'll say, therefore she is our problem. But there you go, that's the left for you. A bleeding heart, useful idiots, each and every one. So there we go, that's my video. Hope you like, let me know what you think in the comments, and until the next time, have a great day, look after yourselves, and Roger Trout.